something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
Oh my goodness, and they have catch block. Put it deep, and that's another high disc.
And it's smacked away and picked up off the wobble. Welcome back to Padova EYUC European Youth Ultimate Championships live on ULTI.TV. We are 1 point in already to our quarterfinal matchup in the open division. Sorry if you missed it. Austria opened up and banged one in. Marcus Hammerl whipped one over to Kickinger, and the Austrians get on the board early. I'm Stefan Rapazzo. I'm here with Christina Obermeier. Christina, you know a bit about this Austrian team.
Indeed, I do. Of course, I am Austrian myself. I will be biased a little bit. I'm trying to tone it down for you, as this is a very typical matchup. Germany playing Austria.
And I do correct myself, it was Jonas Bott with the first goal for the Austrians. They did it in about 3 throws. A big huck, Hammerl to Bott. And we are on to the second point of this game. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe as we get into this one. It is bound to be a cracker. We'll talk about their last matchup as we get into this one. Shoots with the goal. With the disc. Now underneath, boom. Back to Schütz, and boom. Play back and forth. Schütz goes up line. Now he's gone to Leiner. Leiner. Searching for that throw. Great option he takes in the end. Schütz continues on. Now it's Patzold. Inside again, Leiner. Looking for the dump. Gets the engagement from Boom. Wide around through center, Leiner again. And finds the goal there. It's Biskupik. And Germany responds, a hold of their own. A few more passes.
Indeed, all holds in the beginning of that game. 3 passes for the Austrians, 14 passes for the Germans. Of course, that doesn't count for a lot, just really interesting for us. Looking at the stats, Biskupek with the score there, and Leiner contributing. Leiner had every other for this opening point, and the other one who held a lot of those discs in his hands was Schütz. And we just saw his sister, slightly older sister, Lena, or Magdalena Schütz, compete in the women's division against the GB women. And spoiler alert, if you want to watch that back, close your ears for a second. Germany won in convincing manner.
The GB had a nice run in the second half, but just put themselves in too big of a hole in the first half to ever come out of that one alive. The chat already blowing up. Thank you, all of you watching. Love your input. I can't read most of it thus far. It's all in German. To be understood, Austria against Germany. Christina's here to translate for us. But thanks for being, what's with the Austrian eagle? That's what I'm gonna wanna know.
German eagle, I believe.
It's the German eagle, but there's an eagle and an Austria flag there.
Because Germany against Austria.
That one gets away. Germany with a chance to break. Meyerhofer. Looks to the dump space, nothing avails. Then to the sideline. Peterson goes inside and gets Klimisch. Klimisch moves on right into the guts. of Gorenflo. Back to Klimish. Gorenflo. Gets the under. Vilaikis. Meyerhofer. Meyerhofer goes big, goes over the defenders. Vilaikis. Back into the guts of Gorenflo. And we have a pick on the field.
Loads of pressure from that Austrian defense. The Germans advance, but very slowly.
Vilaikis. See him looking for that inside forehand. Instead goes for the backhand around. Meyerhofer zips one in, and that's a goal. Germany breaks. Early in this game, it's Preyer with the goal.
So Germany getting that first turnover and converting on it right away. Great composure from their offense after the turn. 12 passes needed, whereas Austria could only connect 2. And as I already mentioned during the point, good pressure from the Austrians, but not enough to keep Germany from scoring.
Yeah, good start for the Austrians with the huck and score immediately, but they haven't really found the rhythm for their offense to start working yet because of how quick it was. The second time out, 2 throws only before the turn, and they've got 1 on the board, but in the 2 possessions, still only 5 throws completed. So they're gonna need to get this offense cooking one way or the other, where they stick with the deep bombs or they start engaging, working the unders just to get that offensive flow and rhythm going. But it is very, very early days here. 2-1, a break on the board for Germany.
Indeed, anything can happen in these matchups, as we know. That last game between Germany and Austria, they've played each other before, has ended in a universe point match in favor of the Austrians.
And Austria coming out of their own end. Bot gets the up line through behind, but Angeda hangs on. Angeda goes big, and he's got a big target to hit. Hammerl with a few under it, but he is head and shoulders above him. And Hammerl gives the too small celebration as he hangs on to that goal, but still down a break.
I mean, he was out of position, 2 German defenders in way better space, and he runs around them and gets up high, left and right, the German defenders in the center with the great read. Hammerl. Of course, Angeta and Hammerl, both playing for the Mosquitoes in Klosterneuburg, and both of them just won against Chut in the elite invites. So
I'm testing Christina here. I'm going back through these chats. The eagle must have something to do with Austria. Maybe it's a new thing, but
I do think it is something they started. Yeah.
Eisenberger, Dunschen, they're all Austrians. They're all eagle smacking in the chats.
I know. All right, well, please give me some help, because I do remember now they did do that in Limerick as well for EUC, maybe their new mascot, although Germany known for the Reichsadler.
Good change of direction there. Liner picks up a good chunk of meters with that reception. Now boom to Liner. Boom again. And he screams at his stack to get moving for him. Biskupik gets one forward, and that shoots the Liner. Liner gets one in to Boom. Boom leading throw, this could count. Shoots is there, and the Germans put the 3rd goal on the board, up by a single.
And that one put into space for Schutz's sister on the other hand. I'm going to reference that quite a bit because I'm really impressed with the way she played in that last game. Always distributing these kinds of discs, and I can see that those two have the connection of her putting those discs up to him usually. Of course, Michael Schutz also plays for MUC, Munich Ultimate.
Muck?
Muck, MUC.
I don't know. I'm always confused with theirs. Is it an acronym or is it an initialism? Do you read it or do you say the letters?
I think the fun thing is that you can do it both ways.
It's like the tacos, soft shells or hard shells. ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not have
Why not both? Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. My Spanish skills very limited, but
yes, as good as my German skills.
if food is involved.
So Konrad Eisenberger says Austria Eagle mascot. All right, if you say so.
I do think I was voting for the other one. I do actually remember the whole story now. There was an Instagram thing that the Austrian Open team put out, whether it was an eagle or a trash can, the new mascot of the Austrians. I voted for the trash can, but apparently enough people were convinced of that eagle.
Never leave it to the people to vote. You're always going to get an answer. You'll be disappointed about this one. Gone deep. Hammerl doesn't have to be too big for this one. Just has to find the jets. He did in the end. That big man has so far been a bit of a problem for the Germans.
And Hammer gets another score. That guy just unstoppable. He was level with his defender at some point, but then turning on the jets and that disc just put into place perfectly.
He looks like he is in his mid-30s. That man is giant.
Indeed he is. But he is under 20.
We're going to have to get a paternity test. No, we don't need any tests. We believe him.
He was on the team last year, of course. Didn't quite do as well, but now they're playing for a semi-final. Of course, the Open Division having a real quarterfinals, quote unquote, where the mixed and the women's division only had pre-semis to determine the matchups for the already set semi-finalists.
And these two teams did play before, is that right?
Indeed. More convincingly than I thought. I had Universe point in my head, but apparently it was a 2-point win for Austria.
2-point win, but looked like a heck of a battle. It was 13-12 until the Austrians pulled away at the end, tied it, took the lead, and finished it. Back into this one. Germany from their goal line. Boom! Bangs it. Hanging. Oh! Takes it over everyone. Lehman says, I'll have that. Is this what you're looking for? In for goal. 2 throws later. Betzold and Germany extend back in front, 4-3.
Definitely what they were waiting for, the Germans. That disc very high and definitely not the option Germany will be looking for the rest of that game, as it was a bit of a hoping pass.
So
5 players around it.
Sorry.
And Lehmann comes up with it. And then good pickup, all the Austrians striding through, but Petzold very open in the deep space.
So 7 points into this game, and we can start to see some patterns. You see that the Germans are throwing a bit more, and Austrians are throwing a bit less. But the one pattern I see is that there has been 1 turn, and there's been 1 break. So 100% efficiency for conversions. Don't turn that disc over right now, because if the pattern is any indication, that's going to cause a whole bunch of problems.
Indeed. I do think that both these teams and maybe all teams in the divisions have played such high level this week. And have really shown that breaks aren't easy to come by.
No, breaks are not easy to come by, but in this game, 100% so far. Let's see if that pattern can maintain. Austria gets the up line there. Angetta. Angetta with the reception and inside throws, hard, strong-handed catch there. And then overthrown. Germany steps in front, another turn. Could this be another conversion? Vilaikis goes back and forth. Gordon flow. Now the big upliner. Foss. Ooh, goes high and intercepted. A multi-turn point for the first time in the game. Bot. Oh, defense was coming, but not quick enough. Yauk. Ferdinand Yauk moves it on. Now it's Pirka. And again, fakes the backhand. Oh, inside, too far. Bobbled, probably should have been caught, but the throw was not perfect either. Maudie lets that go to ground.
It was trailing edge always, but instead of running through it, took a leap at it with his arms only, and that didn't quite work out for the Austrians.
Yeah, there are better angles of attack for making that catch, but those will be for next time. For now, Germany working on this multi-turn point. Vilaikis goes and gets a big gainer there. Osman hammers, and it is 2 receivers available. Only needed 1. I mean, in fact, you can only really ever have 1. Jakob Fass with the goal. 2 breaks early in the game. A little dangerous for the Austrians right now.
It does seem like the German Open side can feed off of that energy in the early stages of the game. And Jakob Fass, the 19-year-old, just eligible for this year. We'll get that score and the break for Germany.
They look. And it looks like we've got a timeout taken on the field as we have one more look at these scoring replays. Nice catch there, and look at this blammer. Ooh, Finney. And Coach Finney getting the shoulder in the way there. But we saw the blammer. We had that angle from the other cam as well. Thank goodness. But respect those 3 meters lines, all of you on the field. There it is. Fass from Osman. We're going to take a short break here. We'll be back right after the timeout. We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
Oh my God! Somehow they do it!
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air.
And we're back. That pull, I think offside was called. And the Austrians will walk it to the brick spot.
Of course, you have to be behind that goal line before the disc is launched.
Bot goes inside, gets Yauk. Upliner, Angetta. Throws the hammer, drops it on the spot. Hammerl there for another goal. When they get going, they are quite efficient, the Austrians.
I do think the one difference that was made by the Austrians was not putting Hamel into the end zone when they got the second break there. He was in pursuit and then turned around instead of going on, and now this time he does have end zone eyes again. Or it's Angetta with the end zone eyes actually, but I mean, look at that hammer.
That's a banging hammer, that thing on the spot, dropping dimes.
Of course, this is Konstantin Angetta. Christopher, his older brother, played with the open team in Limerick. Both of them lefties, which makes them pretty much unstoppable.
So that puller at the back and will be jogged to the brick mark by Leopold Bohm. And the disc is in. Bohm goes back and gets Biskupik. Now shoots. Up line, that one works. Lina. Shoots. Shoots goes around, that's low but handled. Petzold. Another under. Boom. Inside throw. Biskupik shoots for goal. Second receiver there. I thought it was for the first one. It was not. That was for Anton Franz. And he cashes in the goal.
Rieder also in pursuit, but Franz with the better angle. And of course, it's always better to get that goal if two players are without a mark. Just give it to the second one, although I don't think they communicated.
Yeah, it's always a tough one because you don't want to leave it. If you have a chance to catch it, and it's sure, even though the other one might be worth more, might be further, I have a tough one letting that, like, if there's communication, yes. If there's not, and you're just assuming they're going to get it, then I think you intercept or take away their stat.
You're absolutely right. In this situation, though, the wrong angle and like that one getting away from Rieder, and it's always meant for Anton Franz, and that's where it goes.
Yeah. The worst thing you can do is go to catch it and it's out of reach and you end up D'ing your teammate behind you.
So Austria trailing by two efficient breaks by the Germans. We'll see if Hamel gets another point.
So Austria will bring this disc to the line. It's Konstantin Angetta taking a stroll.
He's a no rush. Oh, chill.
Chill, bruh. Angetta. Angetta completion. And get another. Leave that one alone. Angetta to Yauk.
Interesting structure by that German defense.
Bot comes into the mix. Bot to Angetta. Angetta winding up and threatening every throw he knows. Pieka. Bot. Change of defense, I think. Yauk. They've melted to a match.
Good transition by the Germans.
Wind up, it's a laser, and it lands exactly where he would have anticipated. That throw by Bot, a haymaker.
Jonas Bad doing everything for that Austrian side in the handlers at the moment. He was taking control of it, getting every other. The cup moved and it opened it up for him. And he has been playing for 12 years, although he's only 19 years old. Of course, his father also an ultimate player, and the reason why many of the Ketchup Graz players are playing until today. His experience is under 17, under 20, and he also played at the World Club Championship last year.
Is that even fair to have 12 years playing experience when you're 19?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter, that's what it is. You guys all saw that laser back home. If you liked it, go on and like the broadcast here. Hit the like button, become a subscriber, and of course, we always encourage you to become a patron of ours. You can do that at ULTI.TV through our Patreon program. Thank you for all your patronage. We love to have you. Germany. Boom, through the middle. Lina.
And a pick will stop play.
Lina. Looks to the dump space. Tried to go up line, now goes big inside out forehand. It's too far for Schütz. Austria with what will be their first chance to break.
And that one was always trailing towards the far side of the pitch. Not ideal for the position that Schütz took from the middle of the stack. Anyway, arcing it around could have worked.
Big shot goes the other way now. And taken away by Schütz. The more diminutive defender did exactly what he needed to do to break that one up. Lina goes to Biskupik, shot deep. That's Biskupik on the receiving end, rather. And it was Boom who sent it. And the Germans get the hold after giving away the first break chance against them.
One of the Boom brothers, I do think it was Leopold, the number 17, was Gero, also on the team.
Oh yeah, it was Leopold. I mistook it because it was 7 and 17, Biskupik and Baum. Sometimes you miss a number on these jerseys. We've got a timeout on the field. There's another look at the score. Boom to Biskupik. And Germany with a 7-5 lead, 2 assists for Leopold Bohm thus far in the game. We're gonna take a short break here and be back with more action after this timeout.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
7-5 the score line. Germany up 2 breaks in the back pocket. There's Biskupik with his stat line, 2 goals and assists.
And I gotta say, when Germany and Austria played each other the first time around, the stat line was like that, but reversed the countries. Austria up 2 breaks early in that game, and it was a galaxy point won by Germany. We'll see if they can compress that bleeding.
And another offside on a pull. Some diligent observation of the pulls by both teams, and some semi-careless pulling to have 3 offsides already called in this game. Oh yeah, but that was well offside watching the replay of a pull. And now some discussion. Offside contested. That's a tough one to contest. Angeta comes inside and gets Yauk. Yauk goes back to Angeta. Yauk. Flipper over top. Has Bot. Back to Yauk. Yauk gets a big leading throw to Angeta. Now 10 meters out, Angeta looks wide side, has all sorts of room, but throw too far. And Germany's gonna get another break chance. Could take the half.
Leon Beren with that layout. You could only see the Turkey cleats on his feet at the end of that.
A very easily identifiable bit of plastic coloring on the bottom of those Tokais, the old green to blue. Great cleats, great company. Give them your support for your next cleats purchase. Get yourself on a showcase pitch. Here comes Germany. All the way to the wide side, it's Meyerhofer. Now Leiner. Leiner gets the gainer. Wolf Angel. Swing, swing, sweet chariot. Leiner, then he's jacked it. Bot is underneath defensively and had better position, and he swatted that to the earth.
We'll get an immediate replay of it, but just so high up.
Bot gets the under. Morty. Oh, and Yauk can't hang on, goes right through the hands. Klimisch gets reception. Biskupik moves it on. And now Osman. Up line. Vilaik is behind, throws behind. And another turnover in the hands of Bot. Now to the unit. Hammerl gets a big gainer to Lehman. Lehman winds up, rips it the other way. Yauk on the chase. That one works. Austria maintains the hold, but it took him a lot of work to do it.
Jakob Mori with that big wind up, and I do think that from compared to last year, he has progressed to be a thrower as well as a deep target, a very tall one at that for the Austrians, and they finally get that score on the board, but it was quite a turnover heavy point, one that we haven't seen yet. Got that chase from Yauk, perfectly placed in the back of the end zone. But all signs point towards Germany closing out that half now. And they will receive
But
to
if
start
they,
the second half.
if they didn't close out the half right now, what would happen?
Galaxy point.
Oh, okay.
And we do love a good Galaxy point, don't we?
We sure do. And, like these Austrians on the other sideline are like starting the lawnmower.
Oh yeah,
Wow. It's an interesting one. I like it.
it's a pull cheer.
Like pull the engine cord. All right. Anyways.
That's the sound they make.
Biskupik goes back to Bohm. The Leopold version of the Bohms. Bohm goes forward. He gets Lehman. Lehman inside to Biskupik through a small window there. Then too high. Second effort, though, for Petzold. Petzold to Lina. And a strip there called foul.
Immediately accepted by Innerhofer.
Lina to Bohm. Gainer is broken up with an interception. And a timeout called immediately. The Austrians want to cherish this. They want to play Galaxy Point.
That defense right into the hands of Ertl. Of course they wanted to play Galaxy Point. We wanted them to play Galaxy Point.
Just don't make it a turnover then, or a timeout, or a turnout, or a time over. Make it a regular timeout. Do what you gotta do. Have a good chat. We're gonna take a break here and be back after these messages. We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that helped to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my! Somehow they do it! Yes, he will. The lovely did.
On 7-6 here. Austria just got a turn. They're going to look to convert. If that happens, will be a Galaxy Point. A quick look at the scores around these quarterfinals, Christina.
Italy are playing the Czech Republic, and they're up 10-4.
We'll take a break there and give you more as Austria is on the move here. Nearing that goal line. Deutsch Bayern. Fakes the hammer, goes to the dump space. Schnellinger.
And a defensive foul called on Schütz.
Schnellinger shoots for goal. That one's in. Ertl with the goal. It's tied at 7.
Second goal for Ertl as well, crossing over.
Austrians with their break celebration, a bomb of sorts, and they're excited to be going to the Galaxy.
We're excited they're going to the Galaxy. That's everything we hoped for.
We are all going to the Galaxy together. Christina, me, Austria, Germany, and all you at home. Galaxy Point means halftime is coming at 8, and it is well, only one of them can take half. So who can win the half, we call the end of the game when it's tied up. and no time remaining, often 14-14 in the game to 15. We call that universe point, and this is the smaller version of it within the game we call the galaxy point. And it's all happening. Christina, let's have a quick look at the rest of those scores. I'll just give a quick refresh here because things change quickly.
Indeed they do. Great Britain and Switzerland. Switzerland currently up 4-3. Austria, Germany tied at 7th. France and Belgium tied at 7th. France and Belgium tied at 7th. I'm going to say that again.
That one was not the expectation based on the way the French had played all week long. If the Belgians could pull that one off, it would be a huge upset. Of course, that on the VO stream, you can watch that later or have it open on a second window. Here's Germany. Boom. Goes to Lina. Back to Boom. Boom finds a nice fold in the defense to get it to Petzold. Petzold up line to Liner. Now shoots. Goes forward, gets Biskupik. Immediately to end zone, gets a great reception at Arita, and Germany take Galaxy nice and quickly.
And the way the game has been going, nice and quick, some chances, some opportunities, but Germany with the upper hand so far.
A fantastic first half, 2 breaks to 1 for Germany. Germany will get the disc back to open the half. That's where you'll see the advantage of their 2 first half breaks. But for now, it's a 1-point difference no matter how you slice it.
Did you see them walking up that line? Biskupek into Rida for that score. 9 passes it took them.
Nice and easy does it. 8-7. It's halftime. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for second half action. Don't you go anywhere.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Back in play, the Austrians out on the field, the Germans getting every last bit of shade they can before they start this second half. Here's a look at the match stats from the first half. Christina.
It's pretty close. The only big difference, in my opinion, is the break chances. Germany got the disc off of Austria 5 times, whereas Austria only got 2. If you want to look at it with Austrian goggles, though, and I will be doing that, they have a 50% completion rate to the Austrians because they took 1 out of those 2, whereas Germany are slightly lower with a, let me do that math, 60%? No. 40%. 60% off because 3 weren't taken. 40% completion rate, which, you know, is a very, very much shaky set to look at, but
The break chances, of course, for you at home watching, anytime an O-line turns it over, you give a chance to break. And we do calculate our break chances multiple times within a point. So if you get a break chance and then give it back to the other team to hold again, and then they falter once more and there's multiple turnovers. So if the O-line turns it over 3 times in a point, then 3 break chances will be awarded in our stat taking. So it's important for you at home to know how to read these stats that we present you with. And for that, we give you little tidbits of insight as we can.
we see a racer with 2 German flags going around.
Getting the crowd fired up. Of course, the German women on that sideline, the Austrian women on that sideline. The grandstand with a few bottoms in the seats as well. Not quite as full as we're going to see or we saw at Stadio Silvio Appiani. Of course, a lot of teams still playing out some games, and if not, probably staying out of the sun so that they can perform. But nice little crowd here for this one.
Indeed, quite a crowd. It's, of course, the last game of the day, and teams are slowly getting their dinner and choosing to eat it out here in the shade of the bleachers.
The bleacher creatures, they're filling up. And we're just about ready to pull for the commencement of the second half. And as we get ready, the Austrian fans on the other sideline are pull starting once again their lawnmowers.
Got your total passes stats. 91 passes for Germany, 59 for Austria.
That one kicked down, and Biskupik picks up and scoops to boom. Biskupik. Swipe fakes the flick and then goes back to boom. Low throw there, handled by Franz. Lina, up Lina, goes and gets. And that one well thrown, Biskupik. Bohm rather comes under. Now shoots. Winds up, goes back to Bohm. The under, but not in time. Umveto gets the block.
Emanuel Umveto with the run through block, and Austria get a chance to break back.
Piaka. Looking for that inbound, gets it to Umveto, the block getter. He gets it inside, Hockmeister. Ooh, miscommunication. Straight back into German hands. Biskupik picks up, whips it right away, and there's some contact in the end zone. Petzold unable to make a play at it. Foul accepted immediately. Yeah, the Austrian defender falling into Petzold as Hochmeister.
To be fair, both of them getting a bit of a misread on that disc as it trailed into the middle of the field.
Hochmeister breaks right away for the goal. There was a major miscommunication on defensive assignments. He was wide open.
Austria had their chance and lost it again on a reset error, and what I think is one of the most important things about a national team especially is get your resets sorted out. Every team has a slight different way to play these resets, and if you're not on the same page, that can turn into a lot of turnovers and miscommunications very quickly. Petzold finding Franz in the end zone. Franz adding one more to his goals at 2 now. And Petzold already a goal and adding 1 assist to it.
9-7 the scoreline. We've got 48 minutes potentially remaining. And that one lands. A little bobble before it's thrown into play to Angetta. Angetta lines up the backhand, delivers the forehand. Hammerl. Surveying options, back to Angetta. Angetta. Barron goes back to Angetta. Nice hands to hang on to that by Bott. Now Yauk. Angetta. Now goes big. Who's he got in that deep space? It gets knocked away either way. It was Mori, but they can't hang on to that one.
Rakamori getting high, but the wind picking up just ever so slightly and making that disc trail even further.
Disc is in Madge. Knocked away the swatting arm of Leon Beran.
Denied by Beran. Good read and a bit of a poach on that one.
That one thrown laterally right back to Yauk. Yauk crosses the field to Angetta. Looks a couple times forward and then to the swing. Gives an immediate dump on the wraparound. Angetta. Looking at some trombone cuts, then goes forward in that corner. It's Yauk. And there is some flexing on the field.
Pick called and everyone running to the front cone at the same time.
Throw for goal, and Hammerl will not be denied in a small space like that. Back to within 1, 8-9, still favored to the Germans.
Not in a deep space, not in this small space. Wolfie Hammer, just very good in
Wolfie
reading.
Hammer. Is that what you said?
Wolfie, that's his nickname.
Ah, part wolf. Maybe that's why I thought he was 30. If he was raised by wolves, that makes sense. I know, he's just a big young lad. He is a difficult big young lad to guard in the deep space or in a small space. And right now, he is really getting it done.
Apparently he's a lion.
Wolfie's a lion, man. This chat is going nuts in German. I love it. Good thing Christina's here to keep me in the know.
You can switch to English if you want Steph Pazzo to shout you out and understand what you're saying, because I think some of those puns are really cool.
Yeah, it's nice, but I like that they're all interacting in German just the same. If you want to give me a shout out, I'd be happy to read and call you out, but I love that we can have a game like this in a language other than English. There's the under, Petzold. Goes wide. Biskupek to Bomb. Drops one forward, that shoots. He shoots, he scores! Petzold with the goal. Of course, shoots with that assist.
And that was great offense from Germany, going from one side of the pitch near our booth actually to the other side and scoring in that far corner. Just great stuff from the Germans and the way they have shown up today and performed. I don't think Austria can stop them right now.
They're looking strong, but tides they cannot turn.
Got that low grab and then to the other side. Just working it up the line, easy as it is.
So Italy doing their job and defending their top seed. They look like they will dispose of the Czechs with not too much of a headache. 12-6 right now, but it's that other game right behind us. I mean, the one right in front of us too is still up in the air. But the Belgians hanging with the French, keeping it to within one. 9-8 right now. And of course 5-5. GB Switzerland. Here comes Angetta and the Austrian attack. Jauk to Bot. Back to Jauk. Back to Bot. Let me say it. Back to Jauk. Oh, not Bot. Back to Bot. Other players playing now. And it's Ladix who gets involved next. Jauk to Bot. Ladix to Jauk. And the German defense taking away a fair bit. Hammerl rugby passes that one. Then gets it to Angetta. Angetta goes inside with a dart and then wide to Hammerl. And he's back on the board. That is his 5th goal of this game. He is becoming a force for the Austrians.
5 goals, 1 assist for Hammerl. It's just really impressive. I think I've talked about him quite a bit, but he's really stepping up for the Austrian side there. But with another assist on his board, adding to a goal. And one more, so 2 assists. We see him in the back there using the shade, checking his phone. No, not checking his phone, actually just looking at his bottle.
So 10-9, 1 goal difference, 1 break difference. Germany riding out their advantage, hoping they can continue to hold this one till the end. If they can do that, they'll be going to the semifinal, or to the semifinal.
Ballerina spin pull by Deutsch Bayern.
Bomb gives to Petzold. Now to Schütz.
Austria playing some kind of matchy starting defense to prevent first cuts coming off, but now have moved on to matchup coverage.
Nice around throw by Bomb, and then Biskupek to Petzold. Petzold goes wide. Nice throw for Schutz. Schutz to Lina. Back. And into Schutz in the middle of the field. Gainer there. Quickly delivered. That's into the hands of Reeder. And shot in the goal. It's Petzold who makes it count. 11-9. Germany stay ahead.
And while Austria are trying different things to stop the German, it doesn't really look like they're doing that with great effect. I want to call that shadow defense, running behind the player, but never in a position to push him really, or to get the opportunity for a break.
So of course this side of the bracket will see the winner of the game behind us. So France and Belgium, and you hear the Belgian drum beating behind us. What could be happening over there? But the winner of this will take on the winner of France, Belgium. Italy will likely move on. And if they do, they will take on the winner of GB Switzerland. However, there's a caveat to that as well. And we know, because of the way that Switzerland had to put their roster together and using players from Denmark, they will not be able to qualify for the semifinals, so it will be GB playing Italy on the other side of the bracket, regardless of outcome.
And that Paul Gurry just trailing edge by the end of it, giving Austria another break. One of that, no offside needed this time.
Austrians bringing the disc to the brick mark. And Angetta putting the disc into play. And the first throw goes too far. It's right next to us, but that's no good for Austrian completion percentage.
Not so much.
Vilaikis picks up the disc and brings it to the line. Shakes inside and gets Biskupik with the shoulder shimmy to open things up. A little bit of duress on that reception, but handled by Osman. Osman spinning every which way, high stall count, throws the bailout, but it doesn't connect. Now Angetta gives it right back. Unbelievable. Now Biskupik on the doorstep, whipped it in, and Germany make them pay for their carelessness with that disc.
Careless pretty much is the way to call it right here. Thrown into the German defender. I always like a quick pickup and take the disc and start your offense while the defensive players are still wondering what happened. But not in that fashion. Just not give it back that easy, and I think it's a bit too easy for the Germans right now. See that great pickup by Lina. Also really good that he has the awareness that the disc is already in play and steps in. Of course, he didn't have to step as much. And then Clemens Wolfanger. I bet his sister plays on the under-20 women's squad.
Why do you bet that?
Because she is also the number 11. And it's
the same name.
Same last name,
makes
yeah.
Sense. So Christina, I'm going to keep us up to date with these scores here because they are fascinating to me. Italy 1 point away, 14-6. That's done. It's not really, but it's done.
I don't think Italy have had a real test yet, have
they? Have not yet. They've almost complained about that. They want to be tested more. We want to be metal sharpening metal. Well, be happy you're just winning. Swiss up 1 on GB. Of course, when you're looking at, and behind us, 9-9, tied up Belgium and France. What a surprise. This Belgian national team surprising us at every division this year. And a turn there, and Germany could really make him pay if Klimash can put that in, and he's done it! He's got a nice layout by Meyerhofer. And the Germans have 13 on the board. Austria looking like it could be trouble in these late stages.
Indeed, a lot of trouble that the Austrians are under now. That's a break added to a break and the hold. So 3 points in a row for the Germans, and that one a beautiful catch. Meyerhofer, Sebastian Meyerhofer gets it in the end zone. It's his first goal, adding to an assist.
We've got a timeout called on the field. And it's clearly been called by the Austrians. We're gonna take a short break for the timeout. And we'll be back with you after these short words.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Austria take the timeout, and the next pull is in. They need to work out what's going on here, as their second half has not been quite up to snuff. Deep shot delivered immediately. Mori gets there, not in yet. Meters out. Jakob Mori engages and dumps it back. Now the shot right back to him, and that one very quick. Beran gets it to Mori, and 10 on the board. That's a bit better for Austria.
I can tell you what happened in that second half. Austria didn't shoot it deep yet. That's the first deep shot we're seeing right now, and we just, during that timeout, we talked about the run Germany has had 5-2 until that last point, making it 5-3, but still, like, advantage for the Germans was there. Of course, it was 5-3 in the first half as well, and we came towards the universe point, but to be quite honest with you, Austria right now does not have the energy in it displayed that they really wanted. They have been running after Germany, especially when they were on defense, not with them. I think that's definitely something they wanna work on in that very late stage of the game.
What they're gonna need to work on now is finding ways to get D's. The German attack has only given up 1 turnover in the second half so far. Austria's gonna need to find a way to force those, make them a bit more frequent, and then we all know those turnovers don't mean too much if they're just break chances. The conversions, they gotta come too. But Skupik, he goes to Bohm. Bohm to Leiner! Sends it deep, receiver underneath, it's Lehman with company, and the company wrecks the party there.
Buchmeister gets it. This time a clean D by him. And that's a break chance, the first one, second one this half for Austria. Maybe they can complete a whole pass this time. And
Austria looking for the elusive break. And the miscommunication negates the opportunity. Dump back, boom. And that one made to look easy as it goes into the hands of Lehmann, and another opportunity squandered by the Austrians' miscommunication.
Germany are within one of taking that quarter-final win, advancing in the tournament bracket to the semi-finals, where they will await Italy.
Is that done? Not quite yet. So Italy will play, sorry, the winner of GB Switzerland. Germany will play the winner of that game going on behind us.
Of course, that was my mistake, sorry. So either France or Belgium, who are still pretty much matched up. France with a slight advantage of 1 score. But that one, a nail biter we maybe didn't quite expect.
And I gotta think that they just haven't put the 15th point on the board, or else it's the longest 15th point ever in the Italy Czech game.
Maybe the Czechs found some new strength at the very end, as will Austria hope to get now.
Angeda receives the first pass. That one from Ladix, and now into the hands of Erdl. Mori, rather. Finds a seam inside to Bott. Drops the hammer on Hammerl. And Hammerl looks upfield. Bott to Hammerl. Now Yauk to Hammerl, and he's just lateral cutting through everyone. Steamrolling his way. Will not be denied. That one Hammerl goes to dirt for. Picks it up. Handful of plastic. Pop pass into Angeda. And they extend the game. It's 11 to game point.
And that just gave me half a heart attack there. That pop pass over the top. Gotta make the game interesting. Hamel to Angeta. Again, Mosquitoes connection. Other way around this time.
Mosquitoes, who are they?
Mosquitoes close to Neuburg, a club team out of Austria that have beaten Hut at Elite Invite.
I know, I saw them there, and they gave me a whole bunch of grief for not knowing them in the pre-Elite Invite warm-up, so we had a good chat. I know who those Mosquitoes are now.
To be fair, they're rather new to the international scene. Of course, they are a top 8 team. At last, they were a top 8 team at the last European Championship in the mixed division.
Well, that game is not over. The Czechs have put a 7th point on the board. And France staying ahead, 11-10. And that pull sent down to Germany. They could put this one away if they can walk this one in for a goal. And Biskupek winds up. That one difficult to read. And oh, goodness, Lina found a way. And there is a call, but Lina had no business catching that. There was no way he was the intended receiver. And he said, well, I'll just take it anyways because I'm bigger and jump higher.
Absolutely, that was not Lina's disc to get, but...
Is it a foul or a strip called?
I'm not so sure about that, about the call, because haven't seen any hand signals yet. Of course, we do have a replay if players want to rewatch that.
I mean, he went into the space of Mveto. Did he physically contact going into that space? They're going to come over and have a look at the screen just over here, and we'll find a way to get that replay rolling for them. They can see again. Here it is again.
The issue is we don't really see whether they actually have contact before the play. And that is that is something the players can decide who actually were in that jump and had the contact.
Yeah, it's tough to see what you feel sometimes.
So the German player arguing that their bodies don't even touch. I don't think you can clearly see that.
They have had a pretty good discussion. They've seen it again. They'll have one last look here, and they're going to have to come to a resolution. Foul accepted.
Retracted.
Retracted, sorry. And that is a goal and an anticlimactic way for it to end, but ended nonetheless. After the call, a retracted call. Great spirit by Mveto. That is a very difficult one. His whole team waiting on the result of that one, but I think he did make the right play, the right decision there. And Germany moving on to the semifinals and getting a bit of vengeance after they had lost to Austria earlier in this tournament.
Indeed, a very clean game overall. Good spirit displayed by both sides. Calls retracted and accepted all the way, and that was a quick one, I gotta say. Even though it's a quite clear stat line, I do think both players both teams have scored efficiently, and we love to see that early in the playing careers of them.
Yeah, great to see these young players thrive. Great to see, more than anything, these young players using the spirit of the game properly like that. Emmanuel Mveto, big hats off to you. A tough call. Anyone? Tough call to accept, to retract, but he made the right call. And, you know, to retract a call, to not only lose the game, but to be eliminated from Euros on that call. Of course, there was a whole game. We remember the last thing that happens before the result sometimes, but there was a lot that led up to that result, and I still commend him for making a difficult decision in a high-pressure moment. Well done, Mveto.
Indeed, that is just great spirit of the game displayed by the young Austrian. Congratulations to the Germans, commiserations to the Austrians, and I will move away. And we are going to actually do this interview in German, as most of the interaction in the chat has been German. I think that is a good thing for the fans. Marc Pritsch mit mir. Wie fühlt sich das an, Semifinale?
Sehr stark. Ich glaube, die Jungs haben es verdient. Wir hatten das Gefühl, in manchen Spielen unter unserem Potenzial gespielt zu haben und Spiele wieder abgegeben zu haben, die wir eigentlich unter Kontrolle hatten. Deshalb bin ich sehr zufrieden und sehr stolz, dass wir das heute geschafft haben, ein Spiel, das wir verdient haben, zu gewinnen und das Spiel bis zum Ende unter unserer Kontrolle zu haben.
Ihr habt ja schon mal gegen die Österreicher gespielt, vor 2 Tagen, oder? Und da war das ein bisschen verrückter, ja, mit Breaks auf beiden Seiten. Was habt ihr verändert?
Ich glaube, wir haben unsere Defense auf die Würfe der Österreicher eingestellt. Unser Gameplan für das letzte Spiel war auf jeden Fall ähnlich wie zum heutigen Spiel. Das heißt, ich glaube, Abwehr haben wir nicht verändert. Wir haben den Jungs nochmal klar gemacht, dass wir uns auf uns konzentrieren müssen, weil wir am besten spielen, wenn wir dem Spiel unseren Stempel aufdrücken. Ich glaube, das haben wir heute besser gemanagt als im letzten Spiel. Wir sind cooler geblieben, wir haben uns gegenseitig vertraut, wir haben an den Sieg geglaubt und das ist meiner Meinung nach, was es am Ende ausgemacht hat, dass wir am Ende oben stehen.
Genau, ja, eine super zweite Halbzeit, besonders das war ausschlaggebend, denke ich. Du kannst hier auch nochmal nachschauen, da 3 Punkte auf einmal und dann einfach nur mehr runtergetradet. Was war dein Highlight von dem Spiel?
Ich glaube, mein Highlight war tatsächlich die Phase, die du gerade angesprochen hast. Ich glaube, wir haben als Team es gut gemanagt, wie gesagt, die Kontrolle zu bewahren. Wir haben zur richtigen Zeitpunkt die richtigen Leute draufgestellt, aber noch viel wichtiger war, dass die Leute, die nicht auf dem Feld sind, von außen so viel Stimmung gemacht haben über das ganze Spiel. Wir uns gegenseitig unterstützt haben und dann hat, glaube ich, jeder aus seinem Buddy die letzten 10% rausgekitzelt, die am Ende solche Spiele entscheiden können.
Und eure nächsten Gegner wären Frankreich oder Belgien. Die sind gerade am Kämpfen miteinander. Die sind tatsächlich, ich glaube 10-9 war der letzte Score für Frankreich, den ich gesehen habe.
Okay.
Und die Belgier waren tatsächlich schon vorne. Ihr habt gegen Frankreich schon gespielt, oder?
Ja.
Und Belgien noch nicht gesehen?
Doch, die waren auch in unserer Gruppe.
Ah ja, die waren im Powerpool dann dabei. Wer ist der Favoritengegner, so, wenn man sich aussuchen dürfte?
Ich bin der Überzeugung, dass wir beide schlagen.
Okay.
Ja.
Dann kann ich nichts mehr dazu sagen. Ich wünsche dir ganz viel Glück und dem Team danke auf jeden Fall.
Danke euch.
Und wir sehen uns hier vielleicht nochmal.
Vielen Dank.
All right, that was Mark Pritsch with an interview in German. What he said was that he was never doubting Germany not to win this game. They took control early. That was their plan, getting into the game better and taking control of it, and that's what they did to perfection.
And that will wrap things up for this quarterfinal. The Germans moving on. We've got action all over. Maybe we will take the drone over to another field. There's some potential that can happen. We see your requests in the chat. And we'll have a quick look at the match stats. Christina, they got a few more break chances, Austria, but just not enough. They were never able to convert again in the second half.
They were actually never even able to convert a single pass, which is disappointing, and that just shows the difference. So many more break chances, and they were used way better by the Germans, adding 2 more, and that is, in the end, the 2 break chances of the first half, the 2 break chances in the second half, actual breaks, not break chances, I'm sorry about that, breaks that they actually got will change that scoreline 15-11 in favor of the Germans.
So Germany will now, in all likelihood, finish up this spirit circle and occupy the sideline of the field next door to find out who they're going to play and have one last live scouting report available to them. They will play the winner of France-Belgium. Italy have now gone on to win. Oh no, that's not true. It still says 14-7. There it is, 15-7. They have gone on to win. They will play GB, despite the score you see in that other game. That one down to a federation decision based on maintaining participation and having Switzerland still able to be here, but they would have ended up coming with a small roster, so they added on the team from Denmark that had all but absolved and come apart. But adding on the players there, they were able to make a team that helped the tournament, but they cannot start knocking out teams here in the elimination rounds, unfortunately.
So kind of a free pass, but not really, because they still have to play that game. It just means that whatever happens, lose or win, the Great Britain side will advance.
That's going to do it. Stay tuned. We might be able to get a drone onto some other fields. We're not sure. Check in with the ULTI.TV channel. In fact, it seems like it's not. As such, we are not. Tune into the Veo camera, find all the action in that other semi. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow morning for more action. Semifinals day tomorrow, our last day here at this venue before we're back at the stadium. For Christina Obermeier, I've been Stefan Rapazzo. Thank you for joining us here on ULTI.TV, and we will catch you tomorrow.
So long. It's hard to say what it hurts to say. Try to fix it. I try to picture someone else but you. But then you kissed me, and now there's nothing else I wanna do. For the record, I never thought it would be you and me. You said tomorrow, let's see what happens, but it's plain to see. And tonight we're like fire and ice. I'm burning all over, and we're starting a riot tonight. Don't want this to be over. Any second we're all burned down. If we stay here, we'll probably drown. I know this will never work out. I saw it all before, but I will really miss you on the dance floor. And tonight we're like fire and ice. Try to fix it. I try to picture someone else but you. But then you kissed me, and now there's nothing else I wanna do. And tonight we're like fire and ice. I'm burning all over, and we're starting a riot tonight. Don't want this to be over. Any second we're all burned down. If we stay here, we'll probably drown. I know this will never work out. I saw it all before, but I will really miss you on the dance floor. And tonight we're like fire and ice. I know this will never work out. I saw it all before, but I will really miss you on the dance floor. And tonight we're like fire and ice. I wanna be a weekend lover. Yeah, I'ma be the best damn lover you got. I wanna mess up your covers. I don't wanna meet your mother. Never ever ask me how I've been. Remember why you have my number. I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. The way my hands feel on your body, the way we're dancing in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body, the way we're moving in the dark. With every breath we take, you're falling. I ain't got no time for romance, but baby, I don't want to lead you on. Not looking for something steady, not ready for that. I'm the best thing that
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.